Just because I love you, it don't mean I trust you. Everybody not to be trusted. Everybody around me thugging. Everybody around me drugging. Everybody around me hustling. Everybody know not to bring no new riggin' around me. They say I be bugging. Got racks in the go-yard luggage. Just cause I love you, it don't mean I trust you. Everybody not to be trusted.
Drop that.
I will fuck up your fuck.
That's not my.
He said, I will fuck up your fuck.
I got that from
All right,
Konica.
I'm ready, Jack. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Quentin Flores. This is Uncut with Q. And today, Trey and Q are surfing the motherfucking web.
Yes, sir. You
That's
already know.
what we do. It's what we
know.
do. So, guys, this show is pretty dope. This one's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And this is fun. Trey actually goes to the internet and he looks up things that are happening or cool stuff that we don't know about that we bring to this show. And then I talk about them and I kind of give y'all my expertise. And then Trey and I go back and forth on whether or not we agree on things. It's fun.
Yes, absolutely. It's a great time.
It is a good time. I
is.
always enjoy these ones over the serious business entrepreneur stuff. We just had a guy on the last episode that literally built like an entire dispensary, grow weed marijuana business. And that's pretty fucking cool, you know?
It's cool.
And so this is a little bit different though, you know? So we just kind of want to do something different, but this is STW for you guys that don't know. So let's go ahead and rock on with it.
All right, Q. Well,
what do we
wanted
got?
to start off. I don't know how much you keep up with rappers and music and stuff.
I love rap and I love music.
Well, how do you feel about? Hey, you know a rapper called Blueface?
Yeah, isn't
Okay.
that dude? It's like hardcore Crip. He doesn't even make a song called Blueberry Fago.
Something like that. That's a different rapper, but I know what you're talking about. Well, he is very, very physically abusive and mentally and verbally abusive to his girlfriend. And so recently some footage came out about him putting his hands on his girlfriend. He dragged her across the floor.
Wow.
She lost hair. He hits her, verbally abusive, physically, all that. So what do you think about that? And how do you think that'll mess up his career?
Dude,
or
first
if it
off,
will.
Anybody that just goes out and beats the shit out of a chick, they're pretty much a piece of shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Honestly, dude,
shitty.
I mean, it's the fact that this is out. Has this been confirmed? Like, is this real?
Oh, yeah, there's like it's videos of him doing this to her.
Is he going to prison?
I don't think anything's happening.
That's shitty.
Because something else too. This is like 2 days ago on Twitter. They had like a whole discussion about it, and it's weird. I don't know if it's like the culture behind, gang related things and like a gang member and his girlfriend or whoever, but she kind of just like was okay with it, or I don't know the context.
She was okay with it.
She just let shit slide, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I have to look into it more myself, but that's what I saw, and I was like, that's crazy.
Honestly,
that's insane.
bro, this is my take on that, man. To be honest, I just think that people who do that are pieces of shit. And fucking, I hope that dude stubs his big toe and goes to jail for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, honestly, like, I think that men that are physically abusive, because I grew up like that, I used to, this is what's crazy about it. I don't know what his upbringing is or who his parents were, but when I was younger, my dad beat the crap out of my mom so many times in front of me that I thought it was normal. That was normal. I remember going to school and telling my counselors about it, and they literally called my parents to the board asking me why I was saying things like that. And then my dad lied to them and told them that I was seeing the shit from movies that I was watching. And, honestly, man, like if you are going through an abusive relationship and your partner is physically hurting you like this, you need to get some help. You need to call some authorities.
Absolutely.
You need to get the police involved, and you need to file an actual report, man, because we have too much of that happening in this world, and people just letting it slide. Yeah. I remember, bro, going to my friend Benjamin's house, and like my friend Benjamin was pouring himself up a bowl of cereal. And I remember, like, I was like, dude, like, did you ask your dad before you did that? Because my dad used to beat my ass every time I eat the cereal without asking. My brother too, like real bad. And he was like, no, like, why would I need to ask my dad? It's just cereal.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, dude, isn't your dad going to beat the shit out of you? And he was like, no, man. Like,
that's terrible.
My dad would never. My dad loves me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So then that means that my dad doesn't love me and he's beating the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And so, dude, like straight up, anybody being abusive to anybody is a negative thing. If you're a lady and you have a dude that's fucking abusing you, take some fucking karate classes and whoop his ass.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-defense is the number one. I want to do that for my kids, no matter their gender, but especially for my potential daughters. I don't want to force them into it, but I think I highly recommend it for anybody out there. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, great self-defense mechanisms. It's all about up close and personal things, because there are some really shitty pieces of shits out there that get really physical, and you got to know how to defend yourself. And it's really easy stuff too. You got to know how to defend
yourself, man. Because if that lady know how to defend herself, maybe she didn't expect that from him, but who knows? Maybe she could have reversed the situation.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, straight up, make sure you know how to defend yourself. Get into karate, get into jiu-jitsu, do something like, report those assholes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need them in jail.
Don't stand for that shit. It's not cool.
Let's move on to the next one. But that one's intense, bro.
Yeah,
fucking Blueface. What a piece of shit.
So I know you don't. We talked about video games last time. I know you don't play a lot, but there's a really popular game out called Valorant. It's been popular for the last 2 years.
I love Valorant. Yeah.
Okay, you do like Valorant.
I play it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Valorant Championship coming up right now. What would it take for you to get into the game? And there's a lot of new skins coming out. It's a lot of fun. A lot of like meta changes and things. What would it take for you to get into it? Because I love Valorant.
Dude, honestly, I tried playing it and it was giving me motion sickness.
Oh, okay.
I tried to play it, but it just kept on like, I don't know why. I just couldn't play it for a long time because it was giving me motion sickness. So, the main games that I love to play competitively that I know that I'm actually decently good at, Overwatch, League of Legends, any Halo game.
Okay.
I absolutely dominate in Apex Legends.
Okay.
But dude, I mean, I think that Valorant's an excellent game. I think anybody who plays Valorant, it takes a team-oriented individual to play that game.
Absolutely.
Because you have to know your role, you have to know the maps, you have to be able to communicate with your team. I love competitive gaming, period.
I do too. It's
Did
the
you
greatest
know
thing.
that, so Virtual Squad, my virtual assistant company, that we have our own esports department?
You do?
Yes, dude.
That's sick.
Every year on my birthday, we have this tournament. It's called the Q Cup. And this is part of our company culture.
Okay.
And so for a lot of people that don't know this, but Filipinos, bro, are avid gamers. They love any game that's team oriented. And specifically within the MOBA category, which is multiplayer online battle arena, right? Yep. They love that. And so this last year we did a Mobile Legends tournament.
Okay.
And this year we did it again. And so we do like a cash prize, grand prize for the contestants.
Yeah.
You know me, I love games.
Yeah.
If you guys ever come to my studio or even my real estate office, I will not allow my team to work on anything less than the most recent fucking graphics card, best fucking possible RAM, and best computer build that you can possibly think of that will literally allow you to work as efficient as possible.
Can confirm.
We have how many?
3070s.
How many do we have? 4 of them?
Well, yeah, we have four in here. 3070s,
RGB
monitors, all that. Yeah, RGB, like all the good stuff. Yeah.
Dual monitors. We can literally host a gaming tournament for our company.
Yeah.
Which I'm damn sure that Ernie would be down.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Ernie, are you down? There you go. He said absolutely for you guys
yeah.
who can't hear, but that's confirmation. We're gonna have a gaming tournament in here.
Oh yeah,
I've been saying that we need to do that.
I want to. Yeah,
video games are an important part of culture and in a good, healthy environment where everybody's actually working together fluently. Absolutely. If we were to all get together and do this, fuck, dude. Even on the virtual staffing side, I can't tell you how valuable that is to our employees that we do that for them. Like we do cash prize tournaments, but it's a larger business. This one, we'll have a staff one day with over 100 employees. I know for a fact. For sure. When that happens, we're going to be doing gaming tournaments for our staff that are into it and other things. We could do bingo, we could do all kinds of stuff. But yeah man, I highly recommend that people drive a gaming culture into their business because it's going to teach them how to operate within a team. It's also going to help them realize what their strengths and weaknesses are. Like, dude, in any game that I play, I'm the tank. I've always been the tank.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but that's a lot like my style in business. I take on more than I can handle.
That's true. Yeah,
and then I have my DPS, which is Ernie, damage per second or deals per second. And right,
good.
I have my fucking,
He's a rapper, guys.
It could be rapping. I have my, I have my people in the background that are like assassins that coordinate things, and then your average player, and so like. When you have gaming culture in your company, I think that you'll do good things, and people should be more receptive to it.
Yeah. I think it doesn't have to be like this long, drug out thing. Games, it can be a hobby, it can be a profession. I think it's a good way to have a little bit of fun with a little bit of complexity or a lot of complexity. There's so many ways you can take it.
What's one of your favorite games to play, dude?
Oh man, well, you already know about Smash, but I love Valorant. I don't know if you played Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Okay, I played a little. I played that for a while on my friend's PC when he had it. And then Valorant came into play, and I was on and off for like the first 2 years, but I've been on it for the last 6 months. I fucking love that game, dude. It's my new obsession. I love it. I can't get enough of it. A lot of people
don't know this about me, so I'm gonna say something that a lot of people don't know.
Okay.
Just to reiterate on this.
I'm listening.
My favorite kind of games to play are Stratego.
Stratego?
Yeah. So Stratego. So I love building environments. I used to grow up when I was a kid, like literally like 1998, playing Civilization.
Okay.
Civilization is one of my favorite games. In 1999, I played StarCraft, StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. I played those games religiously.
Damn. Okay.
I'm extremely good at building out environments and literally like cultivating armies and whatnot. Like,
I've never played Civ. I've never played StarCraft 1 or 2. I don't even know how they operate. Well, I know you're like
strategy
building
games. So they're first and foremost, you build like a place, right? You find a base, just like in business, you figure out your place.
Absolutely.
And then you start mining for minerals and resources. Those resources then develop into structural things. Those structural things start producing machinery, weapons, soldiers. They also upgrade your level of technology throughout the time frame that you're establishing yourself in.
This is Civ, right?
This is Civilization and StarCraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. A lot of different games have this concept. One of my favorite games of all time is Total War. Like Total War, the Samurai Edition. I played that shit in like 2002, bro. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I remember I built like a whole kingdom, and I was warring with people online for like 6 months. Literally trying to throw each other over. I ended up winning after a while.
Sick.
But dude, it's one of my favorite games. Honestly, I think anybody can gain so much value on how to build a business, because in those games, when you're playing these strategy type games, they're literally teaching you how to build an environment and automate it so that it starts scaling on its own. And then you're literally like building a full-blown army against other competitors that are also building armies too.
Okay.
I do this in business, bro. I literally do that in business.
Yeah.
So like, I think games are important, man. I talk about this. We said this on the last podcast, and I didn't really get a chance to get into detail on it, but I wouldn't even know half the shit I know right now about business if I didn't fucking play video games, dude. So like you have those characteristics too because you play games.
Yeah.
You're starting to figure out how that correlates to life. And within your late 20s, going into your early 30s, you're going to start really putting the pieces together even more, where it's going to be like, fuck, man, like that was the key this whole time. And because I played Valorant, I know how to handle this situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's move on to the last one, brother.
All right. And the last one, you were talking about this earlier. How do you feel about Gohan's new form?
Gohan?
Yeah.
Dude, first of all,
spoiler check.
Yeah, this is spoiler. So if you're listening to this right now, stop listening, because this is a spoiler.
Yeah, this is a spoiler. Go watch the movie. It's
honestly,
called Dragon Ball
dude,
Superhero.
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z.
Same.
I have Shenron tattooed on my arm, bro, with the Dragon Ball right here.
I saw that. That was cool.
This is the Shenron from GT, though. I grew up on Dragon Ball GT too, you know? And I think that the new movie really brought Gohan back, because they nerfed the fuck out of him, dude.
They did.
That was my favorite character, because he was half human and half Saiyan.
And he's so powerful. It's insane. And then his growth as a character and in power is insane. And he's reaching new strides that all of the human key practitioners aren't hitting, like Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, Videl, even maybe. Pan, she's gonna be insane.
That was badass.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I think to be honest, dude, the new movie was great. I saw Gohan reach a new level, and they didn't even clarify what version of Super Saiyan that was. So who knows what the fuck that was, but that was insane.
I think they're gonna call it like evolved Gohan or something, because it's not like a Super Saiyan form.
I was more happy seeing Piccolo reach his fullest potential. And then that little extra that Shenron gave him was even doper, because he looked like a Super Saiyan fucking Namekian. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He really did.
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, man.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z taught me a lot about life, taught me about morals, taught me about stress and putting it on you, pressure, time over tension, training and eating well. Like, I think that Dragon Ball Z teaches a lot of morality in life. And it also shows you, because if you look at Dragon Ball Z, bro, in the hindsights of things, you saw that they were fighting against the Red Ribbon Army, right? Yeah. This was one of the things that I think is super fucking cool, is that at one point in time, remember when he mentioned that Piccolo was King Piccolo? Yeah. He was like, that's not me anymore. Yeah. There was a time when Piccolo was trying to kill Goku. Yep. And now they're boys. Now they're absolutely fucking friends, right? There was a time when Vegeta was trying to destroy the entire planet, and what happened? Goku and him flipped it over. Now they're literally the dynamic duo of the entire series. Yep. What I love so much about that, it just shows you that second chances exist and that people can change, but they have to be driven in the right direction. Otherwise, they might stay in the same place their whole life. And so I learned a lot about morality, and I learned a lot about people and people development and how far people can go when they truthfully want something better for themselves. Yeah. And sometimes, man, people are surrounded by so much darkness in their life, they can't even see the other side of what could possibly be there for them. Right. Like something great entering their life. And so what Dragon Ball Z really teaches you is that there is another side from that dark side. Right. Even if you've had a shitty upbringing, even if you've been through certain things, you know, there's always light, but you just have to find it and want to find it. Absolutely. And not to be repetitive from the last episode, but again, that looking inward is key, and taking accountability for the next steps. And just, there's a multitude of ways to grow. It can be through faith. It could be through financials. It can be through business or just your everyday life, your everyday practices. Just find your stride and keep it going, but don't overdo it, but also don't undersell yourself. Yep. Yeah. The new movie was great, man. It was honestly the epitome of realizing hidden potential. Yes, it was. Oh my gosh. I loved it just because I love anime and I love Dragon Ball. Yeah. But yes, that's a major thing. You look at how the entire series went and who practices still and who doesn't. And for some characters, it's okay. Like Yamcha, Tien, or not Tien, because he still practices, but not Yamcha or Krillin. But you have Gohan. He still has somewhat of responsibility to continue to practice and protect his people if Goku and Vegeta aren't there. And he has a daughter on top of that too, and you know, just always looking out for your people around you. It already has me hype as fuck for the new fucking Dragon Ball series, because they went hard on that Dragon Ball Broly one. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they made Broly like canon. Yeah, oh my gosh, that was weird. And there's like a whole time skip situation. I forget how that works anyways. For you guys that don't know, like I when I say that I love anime, like I'm really about that life. Bro, can somebody bring me that piece that got made over there real quick? Ernie's gonna grab it, but I want to show y'all how dedicated I am to this, because true dedication. Like, dude, comics, all of my companies have some type of comic part of it. Like Infinite Productions, like this is and the word infinite comes from Infinity Gauntlet, and I grew up on that. Oh damn, yeah. So it takes two people to bring it in. That's how badass it is. But y'all take a look at this real fast. So I don't know if you guys ever seen Demon Slayer before, but this is Rengoku right here. Look at that. That's freaking huge, man. Yeah. But I had an artist here in town. Shout out to what is it called? Cut Tunes, right? Cut Tunes. Yeah, that's his business. It's Cut Tunes. You guys, I'll drop a link for that if you're wanting some custom stuff made. But yeah, man, I had that thing made because that moment right there changed my life, dude. Like that. When he was pushed at his limit, he didn't think that he can go even further. He remembered something, and it was bigger than him. And using that love that he had for his mom, he pushed himself to almost destroy like a top tier demon. Remember that? I don't know if you've haven't seen it yet. I'm on episode 3. So we'll see. I'm not going to ruin it, but that moment right there is crazy. And he only had that one movie. They had to do the character development, and they had to fucking figure out a way to off him in the show. But if you read the manga, then you'll know what happens. But it's all good. Yeah. Anime's the shit, dude. Highly recommend. Games, video games, and anime really made me who I am, dude. So like, if you are trying to become a better person, you could find it in a book. You can also find it in a comic book. I would like to say something to speak to that. Go ahead. Something I've learned in my personal life, and I've always been like this, but I was raised with my family members all being super brilliant, super smart,
and very resourceful. So they kind of followed that traditional way of paving a path for them. And one of my, I guess, struggles, but also blessings, is that I've turned away from that side. And I don't think there's anything wrong with graduating and going straight to college, but there's also, like I said, a multitude of ways that you can find your growth. And don't limit yourself to all the things that you can utilize and experience just because your elders say that this one thing will work. It'll absolutely work, but listen to that advice and do something for yourself. So
I love it, man. Yeah. We'll end it on that message right there. Guys, thank y'all so much for listening. I'll catch y'all on the next Surf the Web. Thank you, Trey. Woo. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah.